So I'm here with Frederic Nowak from AWS Game Tech. Thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us. So I just have a few questions. I want to pick your brain a little bit around games and AI, and maybe you can provide a little bit of a non-research perspective given your background. So first of all, is how do you end up doing games or game-adjacent technology?
Well, it's a long time ago. When I was young, my mother, I think a lot of people were influenced by her mother, and she was a computer programmer, and she by the time there was no keyboard to program, and she bought a computer and start copy-pasting basic code from computer games magazine and start like that at the age of 10. And then after my college, I decided to go into the gaming industry and work for a company building an ambitious MMORPG based on the Dune universe, and it's how it started.
All right, and did you play a lot of games before that, or?
Yeah, I played every time. I failed a lot of, let's say, how can I say, exercise by playing too much games. And yeah, it was a passion, and the fact that you can create things with computer science stuff just already amazed me.
Awesome, and I mean, there's a lot of stuff happening in Amazon and AWS in general, but what is the thing that you're most excited about? Maybe something you've done recently or that you have on your horizon?
Well, in AWS Game Tech, we are launching a lot of games dedicated to game customers, and the chance we have working in AWS and helping gaming customers that you're seeing a big range of customers, big companies using our services, but also, and the most fun stuff is to also work with the small players, with crazy dudes trying to do things, and well, everything we can do to help them, it's always fun and great.
And now games as a service are a very real and kind of like mainstream thing. How do you think that is going to impact both the game development process and the technology you build around? I'm guessing you get like a very good perspective on that.
Yeah, and game as a service, yes, is well, in a sense of a business, it's something, and of course, obviously, with all the mobile industry being bigger and bigger, and as a platform, I would say it's always good to let the game studios focus on what they do best, creating games, and remove them all the burden of doing back-end stuff. So exactly, it's what we are trying to do at AWS Game Tech. And yeah, and the funny things in the industry is that every gameplay is different, so you have to deal with a lot of very specific stuff for each company. So that's the tricky part of the game, I would say.
No, I totally feel you there. Working with game studios, sometimes you realize they will have their own idiosyncrasies, and you want to accommodate all of them, right? So from the perspective you have from AWS and Amazon at large, who also has a strong AI arm, what do you think the future of AI as it pertains to games looks like? Like, what are you excited, or what do you think is coming?
Well, we are seeing a lot of amazing stuff. The talks we have seen during this school are just amazing. Well, everything started a lot around analytics, and player modeling, stuff like that, because it was what the data were available. We are seeing more and more stuff in the content generation side, but also, of course, play testing. At AWS, we are looking for what customer needs and try to build things from their needs, and we build the majority of our services from that. And yeah, well, it's very exciting times. The one drawbacks we may see is that the lack of skills in the industry in general. Big tech companies are stealing every talent, I would say, and we are seeing more and more people in smaller companies want to leverage machine learning to do amazing stuff. For example, to balance their game, we have a lot of use cases like that, but the lack of skills are a bit of a problem. So we are trying to fill in that gap. And it's also one of the topics of my talk this afternoon or tomorrow.
Perfect. That's definitely a good point, right? Like the talent pool is small, and there's a lot of players in the area. I guess on that note, and given that we have a lot of like younger skewing audience here, a lot of students, a lot of like early indie people, would you have one advice for them to kind of like maybe tackle that talent pool issue, or just in general, what would be your one advice for these people?
Well, what brought me in the industry is the passion to do things, not let's say, no count your hours to work because it's just amazing to work in this industry. So passion is a very key element, and also the ability to work in a very diverse environment. That's the main reason I went into the gaming industry, because you work with artists, you work with game designers, different mindsets, and you have to be adaptive, very open, and passionate. That's the key things, I would say.
So bring the passion to the table is what you would say.
Exactly.
Perfect. So thank you so much, Frederic, for your time, and then I'm eager to listen to your talk tomorrow.
Yeah. Thank you for having us in this summer school. Thanks.
All right. Thank you.